I've just had the mood mud treatment. I'm very moody. Shh. I'm trying to blend in. Guess where I am? Belize, the jungle. The Maruba Resort and Jungle Spa. Okay, it took us about 40 minutes to get here. We had to stop because we saw an alligator by the side of the road. It was really only this big, but it was an alligator. And I should tell you, I had a fabulous beehive hairdo when we left, but it's really, really humid, so I'm gonna have to call the hair Belize. Get it? Belize? Hair Belize? I crack me up. Hair Belize. Wow. Oh, this place is fantastic. This is one of those places where adventure and relaxation go hand in hand, like jam and toast. You can go through the jungle on horseback. You can have your body covered head to toe in Belizean mood mud, or you can go and visit any number of the ancient Mayan ruins that are around this area. A word of advice, they tell you in the travel brochure not to leave home without your insect repellent and your sunscreen. And I have both and I'm ready for adventure. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's good. Oh.
Welcome to Maruba.
The jungle. Not the first place you would expect to find a spa, but Maruba will change the way you think about relaxation. It lies in the heart of the Mayan jungle, far away from the big city's smoggy air and everyday stresses. At Maruba, you'll quickly leave behind those woes and find yourself entranced in the beauty of nature itself. And the spa makes use of nature in everything you do here. It began over 20 years ago with a simple vision by a doctor from Trinidad. Imagine buying an area of land completely covered in tropical plants and consumed by the wildlife of the jungle. But 5 years later, a spa resort began to bloom, and the vision became a reality. Today, the resort is run by the 3 children under the guidance of their parents, who, I might mention, still have extensive plans for this oasis.
So glorious. Huh. How did your parents come to acquire the spa?
Actually, my father bought the land in a medical journal, and this was all jungle, and he bought it sight unseen. And eventually, we started the spa. Initially, the resort was built, and then we started the spa.
Is this one of the treatment rooms?
Yes, it is.
Can I look inside?
This room here has sand on the floor, which is really nice. It's different. This room we use for massages. We also do facials in here, and we can do some of the wraps in here. This is basically one of our dry rooms, and each room is differently decorated. This next room here is our elephant room, and as you can see on the wall, there's different elephant heads. These are actually a god from India that we brought back with us. A lot of things we've brought back from different countries that we visited that we liked. And this is another one of our treatment rooms. This room actually has rocks in the bottom of it, and it's really nice because it's one of our larger rooms, so you can do a number of different treatments in here.
Wow. What about the mud?
The mud is really nice. We do mud packs, and we also do mud wraps. So we get a lot of couples that come here, and they like to have it done with each other, and then they go out in the jungle and have their picture taken.
Ah, the mud. That's for me.
Privacy is a key word at Maruba. They can accommodate only 35 guests at one time. Each room is its own unique hut in the jungle, and the decor is absolutely amazing. It's not the comfort of home, but it is cozy in its own way. Depending on the time of year you go, you may end up sharing your room with the occasional critter. Did I mention this is the jungle? Not to worry, each room does have a window air conditioner, which is definitely a blessing here.
I'm in the jungle room in the sky. It's the penthouse suite. It's the perfect place for the Swiss Family Robinson or couples on their honeymoon. But me, I get it all to myself. Ooh, let's go jump on the bed.
I sat down with Francesca Nicholson to find out more about the family-run business. Where do most of the people who come here come from?
Well, most of our guests come from the States because the flights are direct, and, you know, it's like a 2-hour direct flight from Houston or Miami or New Orleans.
And they just come to relax and enjoy the spa?
Yeah, they come to relax. They come for adventure.
That is an adventure, isn't it, when you think about it? It does have that feel of like, I'm going to go through the jungle and I'm going to maybe see some wildlife or something.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. I mean, we're surrounded by the jungle, so you can even see like different animals sometimes in the evening will come, you know, closer in.
What kind of animals?
We have little tree foxes, they call them, and we do have the wildcats here, like the jaguars, but you hardly ever see those right in the property. I mean, you have to go further back into the jungle and you'll see them there.
What are some of your favorite things to do here?
We like to go on jungle hikes and, you know, walk around the grounds because there's a lot of wildlife, look at the different birds. You can see the peccary, the wild boars, usually.
I had one for dinner.
Gibnut.
Gibnut?
Gibnut, it's called the royal rat of Belize because Queen Elizabeth ate it. So it was ordained. And it's actually a delicacy of Belize.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten it?
All the time.
You eat
I'm
royal
sure
rat?
you'll be able to try it also because we always have it on the menu.
Well, if it's good enough for the Queen, it's good enough for me. I'll have some rat. Hi, Ron. How you doing? Uh-oh, hope I didn't get it in the equipment. You got it in your underarm.
Nobody comes to Maruba without getting a Mood Mud application. The local mud is considered a treasure from the earth, and according to the owners of Maruba, is capable of expanding self-consciousness, enhance one's life, calm stresses, and produce healing energies. How does a simple mud do all of this? Well, they lend their powers and provide a focal point in one's life. Okay, take what you want from that, but regardless, it is really a fun treatment. The mud is safe for all external parts of the body, so you can be slathered with it from head to toe, if you're in the mood. There are 6 types or colors of mud, each with their own mood properties. You can choose from one or a combination, depending on what type of mood you wish to enjoy later. Daji, for example, arouses strength, sex, passion, and courage. Benin encourages confidence and wisdom. Kula is the mud for healing and destroying negativity. Mafasa inspires truth, peace, and sincerity. Amba enlightens the future and the free-spirited. And Zitra is for eloquence and intelligence. I probably should have stuck with Zitra, but I took on all 6 for a little mood discovery. I am so relaxed. I feel confident, wise, peaceful.
Well, the mood mud feels actually very good. It feels a little bit dry and cakey, but I can feel that it's like exfoliating my skin. I think I'm gonna look fabulous when I get it off. I'm gonna go have a shower.
Once Francisca mentioned the royal rat, I had it in my head that I was going to be adventurous and try this delicacy. It's called the royal rat because in the early 80s, the Queen of England was in Belize and she sampled the dish. Royal rat is actually a local animal called gibnut. It's sort of the size of a large guinea pig, and the locals only eat them when they can catch them in the wild. They have tried to breed them in the past, but the little gibnuts refuse to get comfortable, if you know what I mean, in a confined area. It's made into a stew-like dish and mixed with ginger sauce. When cooked, it's served over a plantain patty, which is plantain pureed with herbs and then lightly grilled. The menu is limited, but it does change on a daily basis. You likely won't believe me, but I did try some of the other specialties. Wild boar, venison, and armadillo all made their way onto my plate eventually. I've never had a gibnut before, and on a lot of shows when the host tries the food, they've actually already tried it before. I haven't. So this will be the very first time. Thank you very much. This will be the first time I will try gibnut. Okay. And ginger. Ooh. That's very tasty. Tastes a bit like chicken. Sort of. It doesn't taste like chicken. It tastes like pork. It's very good. It is, it's very good. I'm surprised, it's very good. I'm eating the royal rat. And therefore, I guess that would make me royalty. We took a somewhat bumpy ride to the nearby Mayan ruins, which are called Altun Ha.
This is Altun Ha now. This is the main ceremonial plaza. These buildings here were built between 200 AD and about 900 AD. And the site was discovered in 1957 when they were quarrying stone to build the road that we drove on.
The Pan American, the highway?
The old Pan American highway.
They were just digging away and then all of a sudden, ta-da?
Well, kind of like that. They started finding artifacts, carved stone that they realized were natural, and then they realized these were Maya ruins.
Oh, wow.
Then the excavations took place from 1964 to 1972 by the Royal Ontario Museum, and they call this Plaza A, and all the buildings in here are in a north, south, east, west orientation. To the south you have the sun god, to the west is the rain, to the north is the wind, and to the east is the moon.
What is the date of this? Do you know?
Well, the first settlement here would have been somewhere around 200 BC, but these structures that you see here would date between 200 AD and 900 AD. That's when they first started building them, and then they continually did modifications to them up until about 900 AD.
And so as they dig down, they would find the older structures, obviously, like the older...
Yeah.
See, a little archaeologist in me. Are we allowed to climb this?
Yeah, I'll race you to the top.
Wait, I gotta smoke a cigarette first. All right, shall we?
Yeah. It's easier to do it like this. Come on. These are the Corval arched roofways.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. What does it mean, a Corval arched roofway?
Well, it's really a false arch, and it's a type of arch that the Maya had where they placed one stone on top of another stone flat, and then they put a flat slab over the top of it. It wasn't a true arch, and it wasn't very stable, so they couldn't make their rooms very wide, like you see how narrow this room here is.
Yeah. Were all the rooms this narrow, though?
Only if they had stone roofs on them like this.
Ah, it's beautiful. This is where we're going. Climbing. We're climbing. Oh. How come there isn't somebody here selling soft drinks or beverages?
At the top.
Are we there yet?
I'll give you a hand turn this left.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is unbelievable.
Nice view.
Yeah. That's putting it mildly. Oh, a bit of vertigo. I'll just stand here. Oh, I can't even look at you at the edge.
Don't you dream of flying?
I do, but I don't actually want to see it.
I've always wanted to be able to, I thought about putting springs on the bottom of my feet, jumping off of here, and it would take 3 bounces and I would end up on the building over there.
This is what you would dream as a child?
Well, no, I think about it still all the time.
Come away from the ledge, step away from the ledge.
But then I know that there's this mortality to life and I'm not ready for it yet.
Is there another way down? Do we have to go down that way?
Yeah, we can go down the side.
Oh, okay.
They made it just for you.
The Mayans, in their infinite wisdom, knew I was coming. They're so thoughtful. Remind me to invite a Mayan to dinner. Okay, I'm at the bar, and what I have here might seem fairly innocuous. Just some bottles of some very fine beverages. However, yes, it's Viper rum and Stinger rum. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a real live scorpion. Okay, now here's the trick. Here's the deal. Ready to tuck in? You take your finger. If you're not so adventurous, you put it in the Stinger rum, like that. Then, you run it through the candle. When you see flame, you stick it in your mouth. If all goes well, I won't set myself on fire. Here we go. I got scared. I haven't had any even. I haven't even had any. I don't know if I should do it again.
I found myself back in the sand room once again for a Maruba facial. This treatment is sweet in so many ways. First of all, it's only a half an hour long, and second is the choice of ingredients they rub onto the skin.
Smells like licorice. I'm a candy.
To begin, the face is cleansed with a balm cleanser, which is a local black soap. Next, a hot cloth is used for steaming. The cloth was dipped in water, scented with cloves, fennel, and a local fruit called sour sap. Then the therapist simply dipped a slice of papaya in brown sugar and used it as a gentle exfoliant.
Can I eat this, honey? Honey, I'm home.
I told you it was a sweet facial. She used honey to tighten up the pores before applying the mood mud. This one is Daji, the one good for arousing passion. It was her choice, not mine. Do you think she was trying to tell me something? While the mud dries, 2 wet tea bags are placed over the eyes. An old remedy, but a good one.
It's hard to believe I'm in the jungle.
And finally, a cleansing lotion scented with lemon and lime, which left my skin silky soft and a little aroused.
Not washing away my fabulous tan, are you? Muchas gracias. Thank you. Check. Really? Check you. Ow. Chess in the jungle. How very civilized. getting some absolutely fabulous ideas of things that I can do at home. And I'm talking with Francisca. You do the decor here at Maruba.
Yes, I do.
And you've just pulled items that are here and use them very, very craftily.
Well, you kind of have to do that when you live out here. It's not like there's a store right down the street where you can pick something up. So you have to become pretty creative and make use of what you have, which is really nice.
Well, yeah, and then it brings it all together, ties everything in very nicely, like this, the coconut keychain.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times when you go to hotels, people will always take that key with them. And I wanted something that they can hide outside of their room or have to give up at the bar. And we have so many coconuts here, so this seemed like the perfect thing.
Yeah, just hide it along the pathway.
Yeah.
But the trick is to remember where you've hid it.
Exactly. We've had guests feeling moving the walkways, trying to find their key.
And this is very, very pretty. These are the placemats at the dinner tables and breakfast tables.
Yeah, this is a palmetto leaf. And actually, the more we cut, the more, more grow, because it's kind of like pruning the tree. The hibiscus flowers, we use those in everything, basically, even in our food for garnishes. And
you can eat them.
Yeah, and we make tea from them and use them in the salads because it's like a lettuce, and it also adds a real nice color and looks really beautiful.
And what about the bathroom? The bathroom's great. Where did you come up with the idea for that?
Well, a lot of our guests would leave their shoes here. I guess part of their soul, so to say.
And this is my favorite. This is such a good idea. Look, it's just a regular pillow, but it looks like it's a little present. It's been like that. I'm going to do that when I get home. What a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
To find this jungle retreat, first you have to make your way to Belize City. The spa does have a transportation service to the resort, which you will appreciate as soon as you see the road you have to travel on. Once off the main drag, you turn onto what used to be the Pan American Highway, barely a single lane. As you wind your way through the jungle, the sights can be pretty intense, and 45 minutes later, you end up at an oasis in the jungle. The jungle. Never in a million miles did I expect to find myself covered in mud, eating something called royal rat, or sitting here on top of an ancient city. I was not prepared for the Belizean way of elusiveness, where if you ask a question, they'll keep you guessing for the answer and never tell you if you got it right. And I was not prepared to laugh and have so much fun. But I did, and I discovered a new way to relax and restore the mind, body, and soul. I discovered the power of nature.
They tell you in the travel brochure, I forgot the mood much. I didn't forget what it's gonna say. Sorry, I would put it on my coat. That's got rum in it. Yahoo! Come explore the world. Or something. Oh, that was a dumb thing to say. Why don't I just do that here? I'm in the jungle room in the sky. It's perfect for Swish Van Bra. Mayan Vogueware, circa 900 BC. I have one of these plants at home.
Oh, really?
Very sad looking, though.
Grow here in the wild, which is, it's really nice that you can see everything that you have in your house. Growing here wildly.
And healthy. All right. Yep. Ah, here it is.
The spa.
Beautiful. Very nice. And these are the treatment rooms here.
We have 4 different treatment rooms. They're all different in the inside, and...
Can I look in?
As you can see, this one has sand on the floor.
Sand on the floor. Wow, that's so nice.
It's actually really nice, yeah. If you have a massage, sometimes you get a combination scrub with it.
They just pick it up and just...
No, because it's on your feet. This one is the elephant room, and it has these elephant heads, which is actually one of the gods from India. It's called Ganesh.
Very nice.
And we use this as a wet room also and a massage room. So for the mud treatments and the scrubs, we use this room, and we also have a smaller room over there.
Oh, okay.
And then we have another massage room over here. And this one has rocks on the floor. This is a large room that you can do. We do also massages in, and all the other treatments like the wraps.
Did you want us to do that again? There was audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because.
Okay. Yep. How did your parents come to acquire the spa?
Actually, my father saw an article in a medical journal and bought the land sight unseen. And since he grew up in Trinidad, he knew about the different herbal products and things like that because they used to use them in Trinidad when they were small. They did a lot of natural medicine.
Right.
And he came here and bought the land, and they built the resort, and then eventually they started the spa.
So from his
Okay, so we saw you back one more time. So we'll just get you to kind of.
Yep. Go ahead. So glorious. Huh. How did your parents come to acquire the spa?
Actually, my father bought the land in a medical journal, and this was all jungle, and he bought it sight unseen. And eventually, we started the spa. Initially, the resort was built, and then we started the spa. And my father grew up in Trinidad, and they used a lot of natural products for their medicinal uses like they do here.
Right.
And we started incorporating that into the spa.
Nice. Ah.
This is one of our spa rooms. This actually has a sandy floor, which is really nice.
That's beautiful.
And,
Do you change the design on the floor every once in a while?
well, yeah, footprints go on there when people walk on it. This is another room. This is also used as a wet room and a massage room. This is the elephant room, and these heads we brought back from India. It's actually the Ganesh, which is a god from India.
Right.
And then we have another treatment room, which is the rock room. It has stones on the floor. It's a larger massage room. And we also have another wet room over there, which we also use for the body treatments. And then we also have a room for manicures and pedicures,
Right.
where we do our other treatments in there.
Okay. Let's try it as a handheld.
Okay, right.
Okay, let's give it a shot. See what happens.
All right. Ready? Okay. You know what? There's hibiscus flowers there. Maybe I'll grab one there. Okay. All right. Wow. Very beautiful. How did your parents come to actually acquire the spa?
Well, my father, he saw an ad in a medical journal, and he actually bought the land sight unseen because he's always wanted to live in the tropics again since he grew up in Trinidad.
Without even seeing it, he's like, "Let's go. We're gonna buy some land." And they built this.
Yeah.
Yes.
You walk in, you stop, and you sort of turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead.
And this is our spa.
Beautiful. Very nice. How did your parents come to own the property?
Well, my father initially bought the land. He saw it in a medical journal, and he bought it sight unseen.
Without even coming out, he decided this is where we're going to put up our spa.
He actually wanted to move back to the tropics and have somewhere in the tropics since he grew up in Trinidad, and he really likes the tropics, and this was a nice place, and there weren't that many people here.
Your father is a physician.
Yes, he is.
Studies infectious diseases. So in that, he was taking from the plants and studying the plants around here as well?
Actually, you have to change
That's wrong.
that.
That's wrong.
Just making that up? Or?
Well, no, isn't that right?
Infectious disease.
So I guess I'll ask you how they came to own it, and then I'll just ask you why.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be better.
Yes.
Well, get out. Here we go.
And this is our spa.
Wow. I love the thatch roof. It's called thatch?
Yeah, thatch.
Yeah. How did your parents come to actually own the spa or acquire it?
Well, my father looked in a medical journal and he saw the land advertised and he bought it sight unseen.
Really? Why here? Why not?
Well, my father's from the tropics and he's from Trinidad and he actually wanted to buy somewhere in the tropics again.
Right.
Because he eventually wanted to move back, so he bought the land here in Belize. And he also, when he was growing up there, they used to do a lot of like herbal medicine and treatment like they do here. They do a lot of alternative medicine here. And he saw the plants and things that Belize had to offer.
Is that where you draw from for some of your treatments? You draw from the
all
local?
our products we use at the spa, they're all naturally made here at the resort. We actually get all our products from the jungle, a lot of the herbs, and then we have our own natural mud that we get here for our mud treatments.
Okay.
And we have a number of different treatments that we do, and everything is natural, our products.
Is this one of the treatment rooms?
Yes, it is.
Can I look inside?
This room here has sand on the floor, which is really nice. It's different.
It's beautiful. Do you change the design ever, or do you just...
Well, not really. I guess with the footprints, the design changes every day. And this next room is the elephant room. This actually we brought back these elephant heads from India. This is a god in India. It's called the Ganesh.
Right.
And we use this room for wet treatments and for massages. And then the other room, which is down here, is the rock room. And we use this room also for massages. It's a larger room, so you can do more people in the room. And then we also have a room over there that we use as another wet room, where we do our scrubs and the mud treatments.
Mud treatment, that's for me. What's your favorite? Do you have?
Actually, I like the body scrub. We have a really nice body scrub. When you leave, you feel squeaky clean. I mean, you get like 3 different washings. Each one exfoliates the skin, and then you get at the end like a moisturizer, and it's nice to follow it up with a massage at the end. But I mean, it's like you go in there feeling real grimy and dirty, and you come out and you're just squeaky clean.
Sorry, audio again.
And this is one of our other treatment rooms. This one actually has a rock floor in it.
Oh.
And it's a larger room, so we can do a few treatments in it at a time.
What are some of the other treatments that you have here?
We have a cellulite treatment, which is really good for people who have cellulite, but you have to use it in combination with diet and exercise. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. And then we have a scrub, a body scrub, which is really nice, which leaves your body feeling really nice and squeaky clean. But if you have a suntan and you want to keep it and go back to the States with it, I recommend not getting it because most of it will be exfoliated off. And then we also have our mud treatments, which are really good for your body. We do a mud pack, and we also do a mud wrap. We do seaweed wraps. We have massages, and then we have manicure and pedicures.
Right. The mud treatment. So you get into the mud?
No, we actually massage the mud onto your body, and then we let it dry. It's a mud pack treatment. That's a very popular treatment for us. We specialize in it because the mud that we use is produced here at the resort. We have our own natural muds. And we get a lot of couples doing it. They actually go out in the jungle and take pictures of themselves together.
With the mud on? They just...
And a lot of honeymooners love to do that.
That's for me. I want to go out into the jungle and put mud on me.
You can run wild. No one will do it.
I think I will. You don't have to come with me. I'll just go on. I don't know how to get out of that.
How was that for camera?
All right, I'm ready to rock.
You have to give it up now, you know. You can't smoke hardly anywhere anymore.
No, you can't.
And the price is going up.
Man. All right. Okay.
And this is one of our other treatment rooms that we do massages. It's a larger room. Want to see inside. So we can fit more people in here. You can have a single person in here having a treatment.
It's a stone floor.
All our rooms are different.
That's so beautiful.
And in this room here, we do manicures and pedicures. And then we have another room over there where we do some more wet treatments. It's another wet room.
Right. What are some of your favorites?
I love the body scrub because you go in there, you get scrubbed. The scrub has like 3 different washings, which is really nice. And instead of going in a shower to wash off the different scrubs they use, they pour buckets of water over you, which is really nice.
Oh.
It's all hand done. It's really nice.
Yum.
But if you want to keep your suntan that you're working on, I would recommend not doing it because you won't have one probably when you get home.
Oh, it's scrubbed right off.
Yes.
What about the mud?
The mud is really nice. We do that. We either massage it on and you can use it as a pack and it dries and it firms the skin, or you can have a wrap completed, and what it does when you do the wrap, it has a lot of minerals in it, so it adds moisture back into the skin and it also detoxifies and add mineral back into the skin. So it's a really nice treatment. As a matter of fact, we get a lot of couples who like to have the mud treatment done at the same time, and then they'll go outside and have their picture taken out in the jungle.
What a great idea.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna go for the mud. I don't want you coming with me. You can leave the camera behind. Shall we? Well, you don't have to join me, but...
We're not leaving the camera behind.
Ah!
You mean we were boring and dry?
Yes. Dryness.
And this is another one of our treatment rooms. This room actually has rocks in the bottom of it, and it's really nice because it's one of our larger rooms, so you can do a number of different treatments.
Beautiful. Wow.
In this room here, we do our manicures and pedicures.
What are some of your favorite treatments?
Well, I love the scrub because I feel really squeaky clean when I when I'm finished with it.
Right.
And if you're going to go have it done with your suntan, I wouldn't recommend it because you will not have a suntan when you leave here. And I know you're working really hard on it.
I am. I'm trying. What about the mud?
The mud is really nice. We do mud packs and we also do mud wraps. So we get a lot of couples that come here and they like to have it done with each other, and then they go out in the jungle and have their picture taken.
Ah, the mud. That's for me.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And this is one of our spa rooms.
There's sand on the floor.
This room we use for massages. We also do facials in here, and we can do some of the wraps in here. This is basically one of our dry rooms, and each room is differently decorated. So as you can see, the sand is really nice to walk in with your feet, and when you get a massage in here, you can actually almost get a scrub sometimes because people have a little bit of residual sand on their feet.
Do you ever change the design on the floor?
Well, when you walk in it, and however the person who cleans the room decides to make the pattern, that's how it is. This next room here is the elephant room, and this one has, as you can see on the wall, it has the Ganesh, which is an elephant head, which is a god from India, and we actually brought these back with us from India. A lot of the things we have here, some of them, we've gone to different countries and acquired them. And this room is a wet room, so...
Stand by. 3, 2, 1.
I'm getting some absolutely fabulous ideas of things that I can do at home, and I'm talking with Francisca. You do the decor here at Maruba. And you've just pulled items that are here and use them very, very craftily.
Well, you kind of have to do that when you live out here. It's not like there's a store right down the street where you can pick something up. So you have to become pretty creative and make use of what you have, which is really nice.
Well, yeah, and then it brings it all together, ties everything in very nicely, like this, the coconut keychain.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times when you go to hotels, people will always take that key with them. And I wanted something that they can hide outside of their room or have to give up at the bar. And we have so many coconuts here, so this seemed like the perfect thing.
Yeah, just hide it along the pathway.
Yeah.
But the trick is to remember where you've hid it.
Exactly. We've had guests feeling moving the walkways, trying to find their key.
And this is very, very pretty. These are the placemats at the dinner tables and breakfast tables.
Yeah, this is a palmetto leaf, and actually the more we cut, the more, more grow, because it's kind of like pruning the tree.
Right.
And you have to cut them, though, every day fresh. But it's a beautiful fan shape, and I did want something to add some color onto the table, so we use these. And then for like garnishings for our drinks, we take some of these leaves and we'll stick it in the
drinks
like this.
Yeah. You got to be careful with that too. It's very beautiful, but the first day
that you don't poke your eye or
I got it actually in my nose.
And you just have to make sure when you use things from your garden or from at home that they're not poisonous.
Right.
That's the thing.
Well, that would be a bad thing.
Like our flowers, the hibiscus flowers, we use those in everything, basically, even in our food for garnishes. And
you can eat them.
Yeah, and we make tea from them and use them in the salads because it's like a lettuce, and it also adds a real nice color and looks really beautiful.
And what about the bathroom? The bathroom is great. Where did you come up with the idea for that?
Well, a lot of our guests would leave their shoes here. I guess part of their soul, so to say. And we decided to hang them up, and they would then, when they decided to leave them, we told them if they'd like, they could write something on it, which they have been doing.
It's great. It's the best graffiti I've ever read on the sole of a shoe.
Yeah, we have a lot of things out here that we try to recycle.
Yeah. This is my favorite. The pillows, not just sitting flat, but like this, so that it looks like a little handbag, like a little present. What a great idea. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Excellent. 2 minutes flat.
Done.
She was just pointing a note here that when she put the pillow up there.
All right.
Yeah.
Rolling.
The bathrooms. And this is my favorite. This is such a great idea. Look, it's just a pillow. I would put it on my coat flat. Make sure it's good. Chop it. There. Okay. La 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 la. And this is my favorite. This is such a good idea. Look, it's just a regular pillow, but it looks like it's a little present. It's been like that. I'm going to do that when I get home. What a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now you can do like your act stuff.
Okay.
Any adventure and that kind of thing.
All right.
Let's cover a couple of the other questions just so we can go back.
Okay.
Be a little repetitive here.
I'm asking you the same thing.
So
Didn't like I didn't ask it.
Then maybe I'll become more creative.
Okay. La la la.
Okay.
Yep. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Who did all of the decor here?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I studied actually fashion design, but with interiors and furniture, you can do a lot more. All of our furniture, I design it here, and it's produced on the property.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the doorways have got this beautiful wood and like nails and.
Yeah, I do all of that. And most of the wood we use here is mahogany. So, because it grows here in the bush.
Right. When we were driving in, we saw some, and the person who was driving us in said, "Oh, there's the mahogany, but they use it more like regular wood."
Exactly, like a precious wood, but
Yeah.
it's a
mahogany.
precious. I know. We even paint it, different colors.
don't
if
hear
you can
you.
believe that. Yeah, because I mean the price of it, you might as well use that, and then in the future you can always strip the paint off
Right.
of it, and then you have mahogany again, that color.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite things to do here?
I like to go hiking into the jungle and look for different things, bird watching,
Right.
horseback riding.
Nice. Do you take the horses right in to
Yeah.
the jungle?
Yeah,
Have
we
you
have
s-
them on the property.
Have you ever seen any wild animals while you've been?
Yeah, you see a lot of more like smaller wild animals. You can see the peccary, the wild boars, usually.
I had one for dinner.
Gibnut.
Gidnut?
Gibnut, it's called the royal rat of Belize because Queen Elizabeth ate it. So it was ordained. And it's actually a delicacy of Belize.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten it?
All the time.
You eat
I'm
royal
sure
rat?
you'll be able to try it also because we always have it on the menu, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that. I will. I mean, I ate boar. I can eat rat. What? Royal rat.
Royal rat.
And parrots or monkeys or anything?
Yeah, we have a lot of birds. The parrots are usually out earlier in the morning, and later in the evening you'll see flocks of them flying, through the resort. And all different types of other birds, exotic birds.
How big is the property?
It goes back, we're on over 1,000 acres of land is what we have. So it goes back like 8 miles. And only a certain amount of the property has been cleared for the resort, and then the rest we've left as a natural reserve,
Right.
for our animals. For the wild animals.
Yeah.
Our animals.
The party animals have to stay here.
Exactly.
You have a number of people who are from the village, I guess, working here at the resort. It's like it's run by a family, but then that feels like an extended family almost.
Yeah, our staff is really close to us, and we have a lot of them which have been with us like from the beginning,
Right.
basically. And some of them even live on the property.
Oh,
'Cause they live further, away. But they're quite interesting, our staff. They like to have fun.
Yes. They like joking around.
Yeah, they do.
I love that. Although I never know when they're serious.
All the time.
Okay.
Is this the average temperature?
It actually gets warmer, a little warmer.
Warmer.
Yeah, about
Than this?
85. 85 is like the average temperature.
That's not bad. That's really, really nice. And then it's humid, though. You throw the humidity
Yeah.
on top.
But actually from like January until about June, it's drier. It's not as
Okay.
humid. So it's very pleasant. And then in the evening it cools down, so it's really nice for sleeping.
Yeah. This is great. I mean, I'm not complaining by any stretch. How do you like my tan? It's coming along nicely, hey?
Yeah, it is. Slowly but surely. Actually, here you can tan even when it's cloudy.
Oh, because we're so close to the
Equator.
equator.
Yeah.
Oh, I might get a tan?
Yeah, you even burn. Even burn.
Ooh. Yeah.
So you kind of have to watch out when you go sometimes horseback riding or on the boat rides.
Right.
Because the sun is quite intense, or can be quite intense.
Do you have a nap in the afternoon? Do you ever get to the point where you're just, okay, that's it, I'm tired and the hot and the heat and the humid?
No, I'm not a napper. No.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
To take naps.
Yeah.
Actually, if I feel that way, I go and I have a treatment done.
Yeah.
Spa treatment
Just pick you up
for
again.
1 hour. And then I'm fine.
Wake. Better than a coffee.
Yeah, I have coffee too, later in the afternoon usually, around 3. And then I'm ready. Ready to move again.
Ready to go out into the jungle.
Yeah, the jungle or whatever.
Okay.
All right.
So we're seeing it, Bridget. So yeah, this is the content. This is the camera, or whatever.
Face.
Oh. Oh. Good to go?
Yeah, probably get the sun out, because that's okay. All right.
All right. Yep. Who does the decor here?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I studied fashion design, but with interior you can do a lot more. And all the furniture is designed and produced right on the property.
Here?
Yeah, here at Maruba.
Well, that was a dumb thing to say. Why don't I just do that? Here? Hang on, my eyebrow. My one eye. Okay. Okay. So, next question. Pardon? Oh, okay. People? What kind of people come?
Oh, we have a large variety of people, which come a lot of single people because of the spa and the size of the resort. It's really easy to meet people. And then we have married couples, honeymooners a lot because it's quite intimate.
You have a wedding chapel.
Yeah, we
here.
do. We actually have people, quite a few guests get married at the resort.
Why not? It's beautiful. Nice place. Where'd you get married? The jungle.
Okay, maybe can you go in for a quick can you talk about the adventure stuff?
Yeah. Bencha. Don't look at you.
When you're framing up, you want to see how you're going to be looking. Great.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. All right. What are some of your favorite things to do here?
I like to go on the jungle hikes where they teach you about the different plants, the medicinal purposes of the herbs and plants out there, and to look at the wildlife. And horseback riding, tours to the different ruin sites are quite interesting.
You take the horses right into the jungle?
Yeah.
Oh.
We run like eight miles, our property goes back, so there's a lot of trails back there.
Have you ever seen any wild animals when you've been hiking?
Yeah, you usually can see like maybe the wild pigs, the boars, and some different local little animals of Belize you see back there.
That is an adventure, isn't it, when you think about it? You're
Yeah,
going
it
into
is.
the jungle.
Sometimes you don't even want to see some of them.
Have you
The
seen
different
anything
things that are out there, you know. They have also a lot of different snakes and bugs, you know. Very beautiful.
of course.
Very beautiful. If you look at the patterns on them, you know.
And you use much of the wild game that's around here on your menu, too.
Yeah, we always serve wild game.
I had the boar last night. It was very tasty.
Yeah, maybe tonight you'll have the gibnut,
The gibnut is...
the royal rat of Belize, ordained by Queen Elizabeth.
How did she hide?
It's a delicacy. Yeah,
royal
she ate
rat.
it. Exactly.
She ate it?
Yeah, when she came to Belize.
Well, if it's good enough for the queen, it's good enough for me. I'll have some rat. Oh. Do you like it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not gamey at all.
It doesn't look like rat when you get it, though, does it?
No, it tastes kind of similar to rabbit.
Oh, good for you. I thought you were going to say chicken. Is anything...
No, rabbit. Everyone says everything tastes like chicken.
Here, have a shoe. Tastes like chicken.
Frog legs. Like chicken. No, it tastes like rabbit.
Okay.
That'll be fun. Guess where I am? Belize, the jungle, the Maruba Resort and Jungle Spa. You know where Belize is. You've heard of it, haven't you? Sure you have. Belize past the sugar. Kidding. It took me about 40 minutes to get here. We had to stop because we saw an alligator by the side of the road. Okay, it was only this big, but it was an alligator. I had a fabulous beehive do before I got here, but the humidity has gotten to my hair. So I think I'm going to go inside and call the hair Belize.
Intro, take 2.
Guess where I am? Belize, the jungle, the Maruba Jungle and Resort Spa.
Intro, take 3.
Guess where I am?
Oh, forget it. We got the sun big time.
And intro, take 4.
Guess where I am? Belize, the jungle, the Maruba Resort and Jungle Spa. You've heard of Belize before. I know you have. Belize past the sugar. Kidding. Okay, it took me 40 minutes to get here, and we had to stop because we saw an alligator by the side of the road. Okay, it was only this big, but it was an alligator. And I should tell you I had the most fabulous beehive hairdo before we left, but the humidity is really intense. So I think I'm gonna go inside and call the hair Belize. Ah, kill me.
Intro, take 5.
Safety.
Safety.
Guess where I am? Belize, the jungle. The Maruba Resort and Jungle Spa.
Okay, it took us about 40 minutes to get here. We had to stop because we saw an alligator by the side of the road. It was really only this big, but it was an alligator. And I should tell you, I had a fabulous beehive hairdo when we left, but it's really, really humid, so I'm gonna have to call the hair Belize. Get it? Belize? Hair Belize? I crack me up. Is this sound back here a problem, or should I? It's okay now? Okay. Groovy? Right. Guess where I am? Belize. Yeah, the jungle. The Maruba Resort and Jungle Spa. You've heard of Belize before? Oh, yes, you have. Belize past the sugar. Kidding. Okay, it took me about 40 minutes to get here. We had to stop because we saw an alligator by the side of the road. It was really only this big, but it was an alligator. And I should tell you that I had the most fabulous hairdo, beehive, but the humidity here is very intense, so I think I might have to go in and call the hair Belize. You get it? Hair Belize? Further?
Go ahead.
Okay. Wow. This place is fantastic. Oh, this is the kind of place where adventure and relaxation go hand in hand, like jam and toast. You can go through the jungle on the back of a horse. You can have your body covered from head to toe in Belizean mood mud, or you can go tour around any number of the ancient Mayan ruins. Ah, a word of advice. They tell you in the travel brochure. Okay. Yep. Yep. Hair Belize. Wow. Wow. This place is fantastic. Oh, this is one of those places where adventure and relaxation go hand in hand, like jam and toast. You can go through the jungle on a horseback. You can have your body covered from head to toe in Belizean mood mud, or you can go and visit any number of the ancient Mayan ruins that are around this place. Ah, a word of advice. They tell you in the brochure not to leave home without your insect repellent and sunscreen. And I have both, and I'm ready for adventure. Oh, thank you. Ooh, that's good. Tasty, thank you.
Very good.
That's got rum in it. Yahoo! I was expecting just fruit.
Okay. Back a little bit further.
To there?
Okay, go ahead.
Hair Belize. Wow. Oh, this place is fantastic. This is one of those places where adventure and relaxation go hand in hand, like jam and toast. You can go through the jungle on horseback. You can have your body covered head to toe in Belizean mood mud, or you can go and visit any number of the ancient Mayan ruins that are around this area. A word of advice. They tell you in the travel brochure not to leave home without your insect repellent and your sunscreen. And I have both, and I'm ready for adventure. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's good. Oh.
Very good. Very good.
Like that?
Go back to the same spot.
Like that? Okay.
Actually, KB, maybe higher.
Okay, ready here.
So go from a word of advice?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
A word of advice, don't leave home. A word of advice, the travel brochure tells you not to leave home without your insect repellent and your sunscreen. And I have both. Oh, thank you. Ah, oh, that's good.
Okay, can you go down and just mug the camera a little bit more so we can
Okay.
see your eyes?
That's good. Tasty. Thank you.
No, I think this will be long enough to get
Okay.
us through that.
Too
All right.
obvious on that one or what?
Okay.
It should be okay. Well, okay. All right.
Yep.
Sort of. Let me just start that again, Bridget. Sorry. I'm gonna try and get somewhere where I'm not in the window. There. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't find mine.
Okay, Bridget.
Okay.
Maybe I should
Ooh, sorry.
go. Okay, fine.